Foundation, I'm gonna use my stick foundation from Revlon in the shade Natural Tan. Oh yes, and already moisturized and primed my face. Obviously, I used a Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser to prime my face. And then I'm just gonna take my damp beauty blender and blend it out. And I know a lot of people would ask me why I put so much foundation. I love a full coverage foundation, or at least medium coverage. And yes, you need a full coverage foundation for your soft, I mean, it's a soft glam, not a no makeup look. So, you know what I mean? This thick foundation is literally everything. It still looks like my skin and doesn't feel heavy. And to cover my brows, I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible More Than One concealer in the shade Caramel. I love this concealer. It's very thick and it's full coverage for sure. And then I'm just gonna take it down to my lid. Look at that difference already. Look at that. Look at that. And a bit of advice, if you want to use, actually you have to use concealer to cover your brows. Well, you don't have to, but I feel like at the bottom you kind of have to. Please use the same shade as your foundation, or at least one shade under your foundation. Don't use our like 4 shades under your foundations, because then you look white here and it doesn't look cute. Honestly guys, it really doesn't look cute. Please don't do that, please. I'm not gonna put any concealer on this brush. I'm just gonna use the leftover. And then I just like brush it up, because I feel like if you don't brush it up, you have that line here that shows that your concealer is just a different shade. And then I'm gonna go back to, guys, look at my eyebrows. Wow, I am proud. I am proud. What was the reason? So I'm just gonna blend out this concealer with my beauty blender. And I'm just gonna take my Rimmel, it's so dirty, sorry guys. My Rimmel eyebrow gel. It's in the shade Clear, obviously. And then I'm just gonna set my eyebrows. This just, ooh, child. This is the shit. This is the shit. Do you guys see the difference? Let me come closer. Do you see how it looks, and do you see how this one looks? And guys, my eyebrows are not this dark. I feel like this phone makes my eyebrows look darker than they are. They're really not this dark. I'd never go out the house with black eyebrows. Bow. Bow. And then to highlight my face, I'm obviously gonna use my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade, ooh, in the shade Natural. And there comes my boyfriend. And then to cream contour my face, I'm gonna use my Revlon foundation stick in the shade Mahogany. Guys, I don't know how to pronounce this, and it's cool. And then I'm gonna blend it out with my Wet n Wild brush. It's so dirty, but it's cool. I love to let my highlights sit because I want full coverage. Guys, do you see the difference the cream contour makes, or just contouring your face in general? It brings back all that warmth to your face. And yes, for soft glam, you have to do this. I feel like your base is very important when it comes to your makeup. You don't really need to do eyeshadow and stuff, but I feel like your base, you have to. Ooh, I feel like I have too much on, but it's cool. And then I'm gonna go back to my beauty blender and blend out my highlight. And then to set my highlight, I'm gonna use my Rimmel transparent setting powder. This is very, very light, so set under my eyes. Well, actually I'm lying, I'm gonna use it everywhere, but mainly under my eyes. Because that's where I want to look super highlighted. My cream contour, I'm gonna first use my pressed powder from Wet n Wild in the shade dark coffee, I think. To for blush, I'm gonna use my Essence Touch Matte Blush in the shade Bury Me Up, 20 Bury Me Up. To set my whole face, I'm gonna use my pressed powder from Wet n Wild in the shade Warm Beige. Lights, I'm obviously gonna use my LA Ghost Ribbon powder. I don't know where it is though. Okay. And then I forgot one thing. I'm gonna put the pressed powder I used from Wet n Wild, the dark coffee one, to set my eyelids because I'm not gonna use any. I should probably use a smaller brush. But anyway, this works. To set my eyelids because I'm not gonna use any eyeshadow today. I think. Now let me use a small brush. This ain't working. This is actually a bit dark. What the if? It looks like I have a smoky eye, and that's definitely not what I'm going for. So take my concealer, my Revlon concealer, and I'm not gonna like do anything crazy. I'm not going for a cut crease or anything like that. I'm just putting something on my lid because it's just too dark and that's not the look I'm going for. So I'm just gonna like buff it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going back to the brush I used just to blend in that. The pressed powder that I used. I can't leave it like this because you know with any liquids you have to set it. So I'm gonna take my Revlon Color Stay eyeshadow palette and I'm gonna take this shade here and just put it all over my lid. And for my mascara, I'm gonna use my Revlon Volume Length mascara. Obviously, I'm just doing this because I'm gonna put in falsies, so this is just gonna guide me and just make it easier for my falsies to blend in with my real lashes. And then for my lip line, I'm gonna use this shade just gonna rub it in with my finger because I don't want it to be this dark. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna use my, if I can find it, my Avon. I'm gonna use my Avon lipstick in the shade Nude. Well, it was supposed to be nude. And then for lip gloss, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild lip gloss in the and then I'm gonna set my face with my Infallible setting mist from Revlon. This is finished, so look what it did. It's cool though. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just blend it into my skin. These are the eyelashes I've got from China Mall.